In the previous video, I covered the historical concepts of aid and development and touched on what sport development and sport for development is. For this second video, I am going to be talking about how sport for development is delivered and the impact it has on less developed communities. Sport for development refers to the intentional use of sport, physical activity, and play to attain specific development and peace objectives, including most notably the Millennium Development Goals. Successful sport for development programs work to realise the right of all members of society to participate in sport and leisure activities. Strong sport for development and peace programs combine sport and play with other non-sport components to enhance their effectiveness. They are delivered in an integrated manner with other local, regional and national development and peace initiatives so that they are mutually reinforcing. The meaning of sport in a development context is all forms of physical activity that contribute to physical fitness, mental well-being and social interaction, such as play, recreation, organised or competitive sport and indigenous sports and games, which was described by the UN Interagency Task Force in 2003. During the last 2 decades, there has been a concerted effort to remobilise sport as a vehicle for broad, sustainable social development, especially in the most disadvantaged communities in the world. Sport is critical to a child's development. It teaches them core values such as cooperation and respect. It also improves health and reduces the likelihood of diseases such as HIV and AIDS. The benefits of sport have educational benefits as well and should not be underestimated. Sport programs delivering high-quality physical education from an early age have shown positive relationship with being involved with physical activity by boosting academic performance, improving classroom attendance and their behaviour. An intergovernmental body that has used sport to help is UNICEF, because they created open fun football schools in the former Yugoslavia to teach youth about the perils of landmines, while the US-based non-governmental organisation Peace Players International teaches basketball to encourage communication and cooperation between children and youth from different ethnic or religious backgrounds such as Israel, Northern Ireland and South Africa. In the slums of Nairobi, Kenya, the Mahur Youth Sports Association promotes soccer as a vehicle for the inclusion of girls and women, school retention and environmental clean-up. Sport reflects society. Many of the core values inherent in sport are compatible with the principles necessary for development and peace, such as fair play, cooperation, sharing and respect. The life skills learned through sport help empower individuals. While sport is essential to human development, it also contributes to economic development. The economic potential of sport is highlighted by its economic weight, resulting from activities such as the manufacture of sporting goods, sports events, sports-related services and the media. Sport for development is increasingly pursued by NGOs who are in partnership with government departments of education and health. The best example to make this point is the Aerobic for Pregnant Women program in Zimbabwe. The idea is to strengthen maternal health and combat infant mortality through aerobics, combined with education about nutrition, effective parenting and other social services available in the community. According to KID 2008, few of the participants have ever competed in organised sports. This is where NGOs go into place, because NGOs were among the first to recognise sports development and peace potential and have been at the forefront of the sport for development and peace movement since its inception. They also serve as a primary delivery agent for many sport for development and peace initiatives offered in the community outside of schools and workplaces. Consequently, because of this, NGOs are necessary and essential partners when it comes to sport for development and peace policies. Now I'm going to give you some examples of non-governmental organisations. The first example is Sport for Hope and Independent, which is a non-profit organisation founded in 2016 and is based in Bangladesh. The organisation is dedicated to expanding human awareness through sports, respecting culture and religion, and they want to reach out to girls and people with disabilities. Sport for Hope focuses on sport as a tool for the child and youth development, girls' empowerment, life skills development of disabled, and is a primary service provider and advocate for the people in the community about sports. Another example of an NGO is Sport the Bridge, and this is a Swiss-based established in 2002, and the aim of this NGO is to promote the personal development of children using sport. Due to it being Swiss-based, Sport the Bridge receives support from the Swiss Olympic Federation. This NGO came up with a plan to organise 2 sport field sessions and 1 workshop in the classroom per week, addressing 1 life skill in the 3 separate sessions. Do you provide the sport teachers and social workers with basic knowledge about each life skill that would be included in the training? The team attended a set of 2 workshops on understanding the 10 life skills. My last example of an NGO is the ACE Foundation, who work with underprivileged and marginalised youth from various locations in India. It was founded in 2010 by individuals who had found their potential through sports and wanted to harness the power of sports for the betterment of youngsters. ACE uses the sport rugby to reach to the youth they work with. The aims of ACE are to improve and rebuild the lives of youth in India by giving them opportunities through sport to have a better life through the power of sport. From this video, I have spoken about the role of sport has on less developed countries and how different initiatives use sport to try and decrease problems such as HIV and AIDS and dropout rates, especially in sub-Saharan Africa. This leads me to the next video where I'll be talking about if sport does have a positive effect on less developed countries, or do we just use sport for our own benefit.